John, it looked like on your last, I think 3 drives, I think you hit the fairway, and before that, on your second 9, it looked a little frustrating. Did you figure something out there toward the end, or not really?
Well, it wasn't too far off. Um, I missed a lot of fairways that weren't necessarily bad tee shots, right? Those fairways in the north course are extremely tight. For the most part, narrower than the south, and when you start missing them barely, it's easy to get a little tired or try to change things, but I really didn't have to do anything special. On 6, believe it or not, I just said, screw it. If you miss the fairway, might as well have 80 yards, and went to hit it as hard as I could. And he turned out perfect. So 7 and 9 was a matter of repeating exactly what I tried to do on 6.
You weren't like that.
Yeah. It was in the fairway. There was a lot of those that I hit that didn't feel that bad, and I thought would have a chance to go in, but they just didn't, and that was the frustrating part.
Does it feel good to get through a round like that and still be at the top, knowing that your good stuff is coming?
It wasn't bad yesterday. It certainly wasn't bad today. I managed really well today, and it feels good because if you tell me before the round I'm going to hit 4 fairways and shoot 7 under, I'll tell you that, something out there must have been really good, and which today it was. For how little fairways I hit, I was able to hit a lot of those greens from the rough, which is not the easiest thing to do.
How often do you go full bore on a drive like you did on 6?
Very often.
Very often?
Yes. Very, very often. But on that one, I just tried to change the launch angle, right? Everything was going a little bit right, so I just tried to hit a bit more up on it. So hopefully it would just, shallow out my path a little bit and make it go straight, which it did. It worked out. And luckily, those drives from 7 and 9 requires to hit a high, hard one, and it worked out. But yeah, I go hard at it pretty often.
I think a lot of golf fans will be pretty excited at the prospect of you and JT potentially dueling on Saturday. Do you pay attention to that at all? Do you care, or are you just here to win a trophy?
Yeah, I'm here to win. Doesn't matter who really I'm with. I feel like if you're playing with a better known name like JT, I think it makes for better TV, and for us, if we were to play together, whoever went on to win would be probably a little bit more satisfying. But either way, a win's a win. It doesn't really matter who's out there with you.
Halfway through this tournament, is it more like, obviously a major is different, but is it more like when you won here at the U.S. Open, or is it more like when you won the Farmers here, like in terms of your position and how you're playing and everything? Or is it like neither?
No, it's different. It's different. Neither of those I had the lead, right? And I think I'm tied for the lead right now, or close to it. So it's a little different. U.S. Open is very, very different. I believe I was 3 under through 2 rounds, and I was thrilled with that score. 14 under right now, and I'm thinking how much better it could have been if I hit fairways, right? So it's not comparable, just a little bit. And when we played that Farmers, I won. It was colder, a little windier. I think I was 3 under through 36, and I wasn't far from the lead. So it's just not the same, right? It's a little bit different.
All right, thank you.
Okay, just a couple in Spanish. El próximo campeonato, just ese es your